Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
97.9 GRD rocks. It's the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. Forgot to play this.
Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. From the Ed Cohn Automotive Group Studios. WGRD-FM Grand Rapids. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Welcome back. So remember a couple weeks ago, Oprah Winfrey was in town, and nobody really knew why. We knew that she had interviewed Justin Amash.
But she hung out for a while. There were spottings of her at Breton Village.
Yeah, she went shopping.
Shopping.
Where'd she shop? Where'd she go
Breton
shopping? What store?
Breton Village. I would have
Pottery Face.
I'd have to see it. I don't
Talbot's?
remember. No, it's some woman's place that I would never shop at. I don't-
Dress
I don't
barn?
think we're in the target audience.
Shoe Carnival.
Dots.
Jug
Lane Bryant. Wet Seal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
Well, it turns out-
Sunglass Hut.
Turns out she was.
By the way, if anyone ever wants to remember when we had a Wet Seal, I took a picture of the sign.
That's a
when
real
it
thing.
closed. Yes.
Yeah. Turns out she was in town to do a story and moderate like a focus group of random citizens, that is, for a piece that's going to air on 60 Minutes this Sunday called A Divided America, which I would want to see that anyway because it's very pertinent to our time. But the fact that it's done here, an interview with Justin Amash,
Well, we can
I want to see all of that.
And we can see a divided America every single day in some form.
Yeah,
in
it's
people's
pretty
opinions.
easy.
But yeah, because it's here. Oh, that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, for some reason, when I see these buildings in that little picture box, I go, "Wow, look at that!" And it's not like I walk down the street every day going, "Hey, look at that building! It's right there!
Look at that! I can see it.
It is crazy how
I saw that on TV.
It's so vivid."
Like, remember that story we watched from Wood TV8 a couple Fridays ago about the confession tapes, about that story from Zealand from 2003 or 2002 about the fire. And I watched that, and they do a lot of overhead shots of the city, and they show woodland. And I was like, oh, I know there. And I'm like, of course I do. I knew this story was from here. It's not a surprise.
I know.
Right.
That was fascinating, by the way. I still don't know what I think about the whole thing, but fascinating.
I heard that show will just make you insanely angry at everything.
It's hard. I mean, you know, it kind of feels like most cases or lots of cases. It's hard. It's there's a lot of gray area. There certainly seemed like a lot in this one. It's one of those things. After watching it, I'm not sure she's innocent, but I'm not sure there wasn't reasonable doubt either.
Yeah.
From this case from years ago. That's on Netflix, by the way. If you're wondering what we're referring to.
If you want to check it out, it's hilarious.
It is. Nope. Definitely not going to laugh. There's not even one part where you'll go, well, that was some nice levity. Nope.
Really?
No way.
Yeah, it's about summer romances and heading into fall.
There's no
perfect
like
time of the year.
I don't know, comic relief.
Nope.
In the form of kind of like a Brendan Dassey WrestleMania type of thread.
No, sir.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Not one thing.
Anything? Not one person involved in that case that has a funny voice.
Nope.
Or something.
Nope. I didn't find any of it funny.
Who stares longingly into space.
A poor man.
It's really sad.
After the Lions win on Monday night, that is, against the New York Giants, all the talk on Tuesday from most of the national media was, what's wrong with the Giants? Not giving the Lions credit, but one man had the bravery to say the right thing. His name is Rich Eisen.
I always shoot you straight here on the show. Never don't shoot you straight. And I'm from New York City, born in Brooklyn, raised in Staten Island, New York. Cut me off in traffic and my New York accent will come right out.
How's bragging camp going?
Yeah. Got it in me. It's in my blood. And I went to school in the Midwest, Michigan, and then Northwestern, undergraduate and graduate. So I spent some time in the great parts of the Midwest of this country, and I've lived out here in Los Angeles since 2003. 14 years living out here in Los Angeles where people think I'm too aggressive because I'm from New York. And I just say this is the way I talk. It's the way I am. So why do I bring all this up? Because I will shoot you straight. if the result of last night's game on Monday Night Football between the Lions and the Giants involved a first overall pick quarterback who's the highest paid player in the National Football League to be tied for the most touchdown passes through 2 weeks of the National Football League season, and had the defense of the winning team had 5 sacks, which is the most in a single game for that team since week 17 of 2015, with one player having 3 of those sacks, and had the winning team outrush the losing team and won a football game once again since the start of the 2016 season, being 8-0 and outrushing that opponent, and had that team actually run a punt back for a touchdown, winning all 3 phases, a complete game from start to finish, offense, defense, special teams, better coached, and had that team been the New York Giants, we'd be talking about the Super Bowl for that team, and we would be talking up and down about how great that team is, but no, I just described to you your 2017 Detroit Lions. So before we dive straight into, like the rest of the national media, into the dumpster fire of Big Blue through 2 weeks of this season, before we go triple lindying into that pool, let us give kudos to the Detroit Lions for being the more dynamic, better coached, better prepared, deeper, all over the roster, offensive and defensive lines. Yes, I even said defensive line, including the Giants. All over the Lions were the better team last night. Everywhere. Inside headsets, inside helmets and pads. They were terrific, and they are 2-0, and they lead the NFC North. And that Lions-Falcons game put that on the Week 3 marquee. There are...
Everything about being a Lions fan says they're going to get stomped 44-7 this week.
For the next 3 games.
Yeah.
And then they're going to follow it up. No, they'll have a chance to win in the fourth quarter against the Vikings, and something dumb will happen.
What
But
about
they'll beat the Panthers.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. The ship's all right.
Man, can we
And then they'll lose to the Saints.
pull some audio of you saying stuff about the Lions 2 weeks ago, before the season started, before game 1?
This is what it's...
Nope, not going to do this. I'm not doing this again. They're not going to let me down like this. Do this every year.
Well, they didn't let me down.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and then you can do that every single year.
And now you're back like, think I'm on the train.
I can't stay away.
I'll
This
eat
is my
49.
cocaine.
No,
Yeah.
no,
And
they're
my
gonna
ice cream.
They'll lose to the Falcons and then win the next 3.
Okay.
They'll be 5 and 1.
Watch my cartwheels.
They'll be 5 and 1. We'll all be spazzing out, going, "Oh my God, they're 5 and 1 for the first time since 1957 or whatever it happens to be."
Since like 2 years ago.
What they were like 6 and 0.
I don't know.
Weren't they?
I know that. I mean, I know that
Isn't that what they were
were
like-
6 and 2 at one point
Yeah,
in
a couple years
recent
ago.
memory.
Yeah.
But they'll be 5 and 1, and then we'll get our hopes up, and then it'll be the same as last year, where they lose like 5 of the last 6 games, and they end up 8 and 8.
Okay.
And we go, God
Back
dang
into
it!
the playoffs and get slaughtered in the first round.
On the record, what are your predictions for the season? We're 2 games in. What do you think the Lions record is going to be? Free beer. I'm going to write this down. I want to play it at the end of the season.
10-6.
10-6. Hot wings.
I tend to agree. 10 and 6.
Joe, do you even care?
You both make very strong points.
Even though I just said they'll lose and they'll end up being 8 and 8, but I do think this year they're decent enough to have a winning record.
I've listened to what you've had to say. I believe I will say 10 and 6.
Okay, this isn't funny anymore. Steve, let me guess. 10 and 6?
No, 2 and 14.
2 and 14.
Oh, wow, that is
if that's
really
the
so.
case.
They've only had they've
man.
gotten both of their wins for the year.
Very
Yeah.
painful.
Oh, that wouldn't be on Lions like.
And then
that's
0 and
good.
16
Then-
next year. You can put me down for next year too.
Yeah,
they're
put
not
me
gonna
down
win
for
a
next
game.
year as well.
They're not going to win a game for. They're not going to win any games in the next 30.
Yeah, I'd like to do
whatever,
next year.
Eagles fan.
That would finally cure me.
You know me, diehard fan.
I know you
Yeah.
and your wing hat that you wear.
Yep.
Every
Yeah.
day, Steve's like, "Hey, did I guys tell you about
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb and how many wings he can eat?" What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
man? It's not a football thing.
Hey,
If I ever see a baby wearing anything but Eagles colors, I'll barf in its face. That's something Steve has done.
hey, you know Joe Namath? He wore green and white for a different team, but who cares? Same colors. Yeah. Go Eagles. Here's a battery. Eat it.
Who's your favorite Eagle? Vince Papale?
Yeah, he was a good one.
He was
Tom Stromboli.
he was invincible. Remember that?
Totally, Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Chili Peppers. Scar Tissue. Have a great weekend. See you later. It's 97.9 GRD Rocks.
Scar tissue that I wish